What's going on, guys? It's Brandon here, BB's iPod Touch Up, but today we'll be comparing the iPad mini, the iPad 3, the iPhone 6, the iPhone 5S, the iPhone 5, and the iPhone 4 in memory and processing power. We're going to be using GeekBench 3 today to chart this data, and we're going to start right now. So obviously I don't have 6 fingers, so I couldn't start them all at the same time, but you can see them all going at their own respective speeds. Looks like the 6 is ahead right now, followed by the iPad mini, and then looks like the iPhone 4 is behind the iPad 3 up. So the iPhone 6 finishes, then the iPad mini, then the 5S. It's almost in order. The 5 is going to be next. We're close to a minute now for the 5. Okay, so there you go. So let's start looking at the score. So the 6 obviously got the highest score of all with a 637 single core score with a 2928 multi-core score. The mini, or actually the 5S, finished in second with a 1409 single core score with a 2553 multi-core score. Then third place is the iPad mini, which I'm not sure if you can really see that up there. Finished with a 1396 single core score and a 2519 multi-score. Then the iPhone 5 here finished with a horrible 718 single core score with a 1292 multi-core score, and the iPad 3 and the iPhone 4 are still going, and it looks like they are crawling, so I'm just going to fast forward this part up. Okay, so it looks like the iPad 3 is about to finish up here at about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And there we go, and our score is a awful 267 single core and a 503 multi-score, which that's not bad for when it was released, but now with these newer generation devices, and you know, the 6 with the A8 chip and the 5S with the A7 chip, it's just, you know, significantly slower in all aspects. Alright, so it looks like the iPhone 4 is finally finishing up at 8 minutes and 31 seconds. And as you can see, it's got a score of 141 in the single core and 189 in the multi-score. Significantly lower than anything out here. So let's take a closer look at these scores. So here's a closer look at these scores for the iPhones. This is the iPhone 6, iPhone 5S, iPhone 5, iPhone 4. So as you can see, we can go down. You can take a look at the specs right here. The 6 obviously finished ahead of the 5S and all of its competitors, mainly due to that upgraded A8 chip, which was the A7 chip in the 5S. And the 6 also has 0.1 gigahertz more power than the 5S, clocking in at 1.4 gigahertz, while the 5S has 1.3 gigahertz. They both have 1 gig of RAM and are both dual core. So if you want to get into detail, you can pause this video and look over some of these statistics on here. These are very detailed, and a lot of you guys will not be interested in all these specifics, but if you are, feel free to just pause the video and take a look. Alright guys, our next set of testing is going to be in the web browser to see which phone opens up the fastest. And since I can't have 8 fingers all over the place, we're just going to do the iPhone 6 compared to the 5S, the 6 compared to the 5, and the 6 compared to the 4, since I know you guys pretty much only care about the 6 at this point in time. So let's go ahead and load up reddit.com. We're going to try to do this at the same time right now. So as you can see, they both pretty much loaded instantaneously at the exact same time. So we're just going to go ahead and hit refresh and see if we can see a difference. Oops. So as you can see, the 5S actually loaded up quicker, but it didn't finish loading all the way before the 6. Now we're going to load up ESPN.com. So it looked like the 5S actually beat the 6 there. So very interesting. And also the 6 popped up with an ad whereas the 5S didn't. Not that that matters, but so now we're going to be comparing the speeds, opening up some apps. So let's start with Asphalt 8, a very heavy, I think it's a 1 gigabyte application. So let's go ahead and open that up at the same time on the 6 and the 5S. So they're both right here, and click. So as you can see, the 6 beat the 5S by a, look at that, it's already loaded up and everything. The 5S is still coming, as you can see, verifying, and there we go. So let's try it with another application. Let's go ahead and try this BB Racing right here. So we're going to go ahead and click that at the same time. And once again, the 6 beats the 5S. Loading, the 5S is still loading. And it's still loading, and it's finally there. So our final app we're going to be opening is a freshly installed pirate game, which was just now installed on both devices. This is the 6, this is the 5S. Let's go ahead and give it a go. Looks like they're about even right now. Just a plain white screen. Oh man, this is going to be close. Looks like the 5S might actually be, oh nope. Looked like the 6 loaded up first, it's still loading. And yep, the 6 did prevail in the end. As you can see, the 5S is actually still loading. It had a great time, it had a great boot up time, and like it booted the app up fine, but then when it got to the loading part, that's where the 6 took over and won. Alright, so let's take the 5S out of here and let's bring in the iPhone 5, which has that same installed app, freshly installed right there. Let's go ahead and close out of this one. Let's go ahead and try it again. And the 6 loaded up very quickly. The 5 is still falling behind. And the 6, this is where it really does good right here. As you can see, it beat the 5 as expected. The 5 is actually still loading up right there, still loading. Looks like it's taking about the same time as the 5S, not much of a difference there. And as you can see, in the end, the 6 obviously beat the 5. Alright guys, so our next test is going to be the iPhone 6 compared to the iPhone 5 in terms of opening up an app, Asphalt 8. So let's go ahead and try to click it at the same time. So as you can see, the 6 already got the jump and it is already loaded up, while the 5 is still crawling along. As you can see, there it goes. It's going to open up Game Center again. But point is, it opens up and loads the game quicker. Alright guys, for the final test, we're going to be opening Asphalt 8 on the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 6. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, same time. And as you can see, the iPhone 6 is up and loading. The iPhone 4 is still loading right now. iPhone 6 is completely done. As you can see, we are still loading. We're still loading, it's not all the way there yet. And almost there. Still waiting on the iPhone 4. As you can see, I clicked something there. But as you can see, the iPhone 6 prevails once again. It is much faster than the iPhone 4. Now we'll be comparing the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 5 with opening up Asphalt 8. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. And I just missed. So let's go ahead and shut that. I'm not even going to edit that out. Let's go ahead and try it again. And I missed again. Okay, I am going to edit that out. So let's go ahead and start with the 6 and the 5S. Clicked at the same time. And as you can see if that's the case again. Oops. So that was it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. This was, again, a comparison between the iPhone 6, the iPhone 5S, the iPhone 5, the iPhone 4, the iPad mini, and the iPad 3. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more iPhone 6 coverage. Make sure to subscribe to see all of the new videos, and drop this video a like if you knew the iPhone 6 was going to win, but you're still happy with the results anyway, and you want one now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.